Hey guys, before I start, I'm just gonna go ahead and say this. Captain America Civil War is the best movie so far this year. It trumps Batman v Superman in many ways. Yes, it has its flaws, yes, it has its plot holes, but you'll overlook that as far as the action and adventure goes. Like, it's the best thing ever. So it's April 12th, 2016. It's a Tuesday. I attended the Captain America Civil War premiere in Hollywood. Um, uh, Basically, I'm a press assistant, so we got to see the movie. It was a lot of work, but I'm exhausted. Anyway, the point is, let me start reviewing this movie. It's amazing. So, the movie overall, I say, will probably be the most memorable of all Marvel movies. And I know that's kind of a huge thing to say, but trust me, it is. Alright, so the movie starts with half of the Avengers tracking down leads to Kenya, Africa, where Hydra is providing weapons to other terrorists. The Avengers, of course, intercept the terrorist takeover, and fight ensues, blah blah blah. Um, by the way, I've only seen this once, so I wrote some notes down. I'm not gonna be perfect. I can't remember everything, so bear with me. Um, so after the takeover, this is where Cap encounters Crossbones. They fight. It was an awesome fight. What I love about Crossbone is his not machine, but his armor is pretty much just as strong or as durable. I guess, is that a word? As durable as Captain America's shield. So it's almost impossible. Like, both guys are super strong. So, but Cap ends up taking him down with the help of Scarlet Witch. Um, okay, so and then so the United Nation. I gotta tell you, we see just a brief, like, from the trailers. We see the explosion of the United Nation. Well, okay, so the United Nation, people like Captain America, well, okay, not Captain America, Steve Rogers, Tony Stark, they're all gathered there to talk about what happened in Sokovia. So they're hearing testimonies and debates from people who experienced the Sokovia aftermath, or who was at the Sokovia. If you don't know Sokovia, it's from Age of Ultron, where Ultron, like, uses that machine to grab the Earth or whatever. Anyway, so Tony Stark was in attendance along with other members of the team, and of course Prince T'Challa and his father are there. Tony Stark hears a testimony from an American woman whose son was killed during the Sokovia incident, played by Alfre Woodard. So that that was such a deep moment that impacted Tony Stark. So the UN embassy was, like, pretty much exploded. It was bombed, and many died, including Prince T'Challa's father. Surveillance shows that Bucky was in the scene, so he was a suspect pretty much. This is also where Cap realizes that his best friend is alive. So after he thought Bucky had died in Captain America Winter Soldier. Okay, so cut to a scene somewhere in an isolated area of Russia where Hydra has a base. It's where we find out that the Russian Hydra team have created clones of the Winter Soldier. The Avengers end up fighting with one another because Tony was impacted so hard by the testimony he heard from Alfre Woodard's character, that he agrees that superpowered people should have guidelines on how they operate, while Cap believes that being regulated by the government will only cause more damage than not. The team take their sides and both choose to hunt down the Winter Soldier for different reasons. Cap believes Bucky is either innocent or mind-controlled, but Tony disagrees. Both Cap and Iron Man find Bucky, but are surprised when another costume character shows up to chase down Bucky. So that's the Black Panther. The second half of this whole movie has Bucky fighting off and defending himself from almost everyone. So that was kind of hilarious. It's so it's pretty much a ridiculous scene. He's fighting literally everyone, including Sharon Carter. Even Agent Carter. Wait, I already said that. Sorry, I'm writing like these notes I write sometimes. It makes no sense, so I'm just trying to piece them together. So, as in Peggy Carter's granddaughter. Okay, so I wrote pretty much. I also had to explain Sharon Carter is Peggy Carter's granddaughter. She kicked ass in this or whatever. So back to the Black Panther. This dude stole the whole show from me. So I wrote that, but that's how I really felt. I mean, his movements were like Panther-like. He liked to pounce a lot. It was kind of neat. I love his way of fighting is not so blocky. It's very smooth and sleek. Okay, and of course, he came into combat with Captain America for a bit, but you know, they pretty much both sides were just as good as the others, so no one really won. Oh yeah. P.S. The Vision cracks me up. It's just so weird seeing the Vision in the way he looks. It's so weird seeing him wearing adult clothing or human clothing. I guess that's how I should describe it as. So I thought that was really weird to see in the movie. Okay, so what else did I write? I have scribbles everywhere. Okay, so I love how this film reminds us that there's a price to having the abilities and resources to fight off terrorists. In the end, no one really wins. Scarlet Witch is the most affected by this because she's constantly reminded of her brother's death, yet she stands by Cap because she can no longer trust the government controlling her abilities and actions. She's very important in this movie. Keep that in mind. Hawkeye and Black Widow are fascinating as well because their goal is to help their team meet in the middle and regroup. So even though they've both chosen a side, they kind of want things to work out. So many awesome moments in this film, including the stairwell fight scene and the whole airport scene we see in the trailer. Like I said, is by far the greatest fight scenes I've ever witnessed from the Marvel Universe. I can't truly say that it's better than other things, but wait, that makes no sense. I can't truly say that it's the best out of everything I've ever seen in my whole life. I'd have to think hard about that. My whole body was entertained by the entire fight scene. What? Oh, okay, entranced. Sorry, my whole body was entranced by the entire fight scene. I'm like, what does that mean? Alright. So, Baron Zemo, actually, he's very intelligent. He's a bad guy in this film, but frankly, he's underutilized. He's just used to propel the divide between the Avengers. I expected him to do more, and that's true. I mean, he's calling the shots, he's pulling some strings, he's getting people to pretty much testify against the Avengers to divide them, and I found that really fascinating. So he's not he's not just a bad guy who's a physical threat. He's also I can't talk. He's also a very strategic adversary, so that's pretty cool. While Black Panther was a scene stealer, Spider-Man will entangle you in his web. Okay, I wrote that. Puns, I swear. Okay, we get Peter Parker for around 8 minutes or something like that, but Spider-Man was in this movie for more, 20 minutes, I think. I love how he reacted when they brought him to the Avengers headquarters. He was like a child in a candy store. He was touching things, asking so many questions. It was super cute. I don't know. Anywho, Tony made his web shooters and costume enhancements. So the funny thing is, Spider-Man was just wearing this little, I guess, okay, I'm sure you've heard of the rumors. It's true. He was wearing a hoodie-ish thing that he made himself, but Stark gave him a whole new outfit, which is really cool. Spider-Man using his web shooters was awesome. That dude was funny. That's random. Okay, Spider-Man was using his web shooters. That was awesome. During the stairwell scene, he does this webbing thing, and he, like, pretty much like a spider, he's able to chase down his prey down the stairwell. So I thought that was pretty awesome. In Captain America too, like, he was handling his own with all these baddies in his version of the stairwell. There's a lot of stairwell scenes here. I don't know why. Okay, for me, I felt like Tony manipulated a 16. Oh, okay. This is my own personal thing. I feel like Tony used Spider-Man. I feel like he manipulated Spider-Man, who's pretty much a 16-year-old boy, to fight on his side. And he's a kid, and Tony clearly has no boundaries. He has no shame, and that kind of rubbed me the wrong way. Okay, I forgot. Vision's Mind Stone is no match for Scarlet's power. She acts on emotion, which gives her more advantage. There's gonna be a couple scenes, but there's gonna be a scene where Vision knocks out Vision pretty much knocks out Hawkeye, and he thinks he can do the same thing for Wanda or Scarlet Witch, but Scarlet Witch, actually, her power is from within. So she was able to use her what? I can't even think. I need to sleep. She was able to use her emotions to bring out more from her, so that she can bring Vision to his knees. So considering that he has a Mind Stone, that's pretty powerful. Okay, so there's an after credit scene in this movie that initiates the Infinity War. So get ready, guys. This will blow your effing mind. Like, okay, so I don't know if when the movie's finally released, if there's gonna be another post-credit scene or after credit scene, but this after credit scene initiates everything. It kicks off the Infinity War. Overall, this movie was a great way to wash out the darkness off of Batman v Superman. So clearly that's what I wrote after watching that movie. So, and that's still how I feel. I feel like the movie lost its balance or its track. So, or not Captain America, but the Batman v Superman movie lost its way, while Captain America, the Russo brothers did a phenomenal job. Phenomenal. So I recommend it. Thank you guys for listening. Catch you soon. Bye.